Good morning. Hope everyone is safe and well. Just want to create this video to give you some very important information about the end of the school year procedures, and also to let you know what we'll be doing this week in regards to our e-learning. As you know, school will be ending on May 13th, 2020. Will be the last day of school for students. Teachers will be last day will be May 27th. In regards to turn in your e-learning, missing assignments, test, quiz, assessments. May 20th will be the last day for you to turn in all your work. After May 20th, no work will be accepted. Once again, the last day of school for students will be May 13th. You have until May 20th to turn in all missing assignments. That includes tests, quizzes, assessments. And after that, at that point, all final grades will be calculated. It's very important that you really to start checking your emails every day if you have not done so. Also, start checking your e-learning assignments. There could be some very important information as we head down to these final roughly 2.5 weeks of school. For seniors, it's very important that you get all your work turned in because, um, as I said before, um, the grading scale will be different from our traditional the way we calculate grades. There will be no final. Um, all ruling in terms of grades will be determined by the Department of Education. So once administration gets the word from the Department of Education how they want us to calculate grades, then we'll let you know. We do know there will be no final. So that's why it's very important for seniors, not only seniors, but really for everyone to really turn in all your e-learning work and also do your testing quizzes. Remember, tests, quizzes, and assessments count for 70% of your grade in my class. So if you're not doing those tests and quizzes, the likelihood of you getting a passing grade is very slim to none. So please, please, please get your e-learning work turned in um, before. I like to have it before school is out, but no later than the 20th. That way we can calculate grades and go by the grading scale that the state of Indiana has set forth, that being the Department of Education. Also, some of you guys have a lot of absences. Okay, you have to check in daily during the time you have my class for attendance. We have to keep track of attendance. We're waiting to hear from the state how they're going to do attendance. You don't want to get dinged on that, especially a senior not graduating because you have so many days missing. You still have to treat this as school. You should be waking up and at you should be waking up like a normal school day, and you should be active on the computer from 7:15 till 7:25 to 2:15, just like a normal school schedule. Breaking for lunch when you have lunch. Once again, you need to check in with me during the time you have my class. So if you have me a second hour, you simply log on, look at the e-learning assignment, email me, say, hey, Mr. McKinney, I saw the assignment. I'm checking in for attendance. I will get started on the assignment. That way you won't be marked absent. With that being said, we got done with chapter 14, where we was talking about purchase and inventory. Then we did like a little mini chapter that talked about management styles, leadership styles, things that, when you get into management or working for a firm, you'll have to adapt to that. You may be a leader, so your leadership style may determine how well your employees respond to you. You may be in a role of management. Okay, the way you communicate with people, um, your body language, all those things take part when you're trying to conduct a business. So I just wanted to refresh your memory on that. We went through that, like I think chapter 2 early in the year about um, the difference between leaders and followers. Can everybody be a leader? Can everybody be a manager? No, leadership is something that you're born into, and management is a whole different level, a whole different skill set. For this week, remember the new schedule: Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Monday will be kind of either a Google's Meet or a short video lecture. Tuesday will be work. Wednesday will be work. Although the work won't be that long, you're required to work on those 2 days, and then I'll be available pretty much from 7:25 to 2:15 to answer questions. But I would like to answer the questions during the time that you have my class. That way, I can focus on other classes if I need be. Uh, Chapter 15, we're talking about financing and accounting for business operations. This is kind of really the excuse me, the heart of the chapter. Talking about how the behind the scenes operations of business. So this week we'll be exploring things like that about financing, um, the business operations. The first part of the chapter we'll be talking about what is financial management. Um, you need to be able to describe what financial management looks like. What is the function of a financial manager? You may be in a situation where you might be a financial manager. You may be in charge of a large account. The board of directors or people on the board or stakeholders might ask you to come up with some fundraising skills in order to do a project. So the first part we'll be talking about that. What is the role of a financial manager? What do you do? What skills do you need to be a good financial manager? The second part of this will be financing small business activities. Okay. Sometimes as a manager, you have some short-term goals, long-term goals, and they might only give you a certain amount of money for the year. You need to be able to see how can you budget those small projects. The third part will be talking about debt and equity and financing big business activities. How can you finance a big budget project with a little bit of money? Then we'll start talking about some accounting functions, and then we'll close up about how to read and how to do a financial statement. If you get involved in business, it involves a little bit of math. Things like how you find turnover rate, how you read an income statement, um, how you have cash flow for a budget. All those things we'll be discussing this week and next week. We'll probably spend 1 week, 2 weeks on this topic because I really want you to get the basic concept about what goes on as a business and business as a financial manager. Remember, whether you're a sole proprietor, a partnership, or limited liability corporation, you're going to have some aspects of some run-ins with financial management. You're going to have to be able to manage funds, your time, people, your equipment. So all these things are very important in regards to the aspects of business. Being that we are on borrowed time, so to speak, I'm just going to give you the basic standards as far as these chapters. It's going to cut to the meat and potatoes and give you the basic concepts. So at least you can have some idea if someone asks you about um, these things, you'll be able to at least give them a clear and precise answer. Yeah, we did cover that. We mentioned that in class, although it was brief. I do remember some key points about it. So that's what we'll be covering this week. Like I said, today was just a video. Tomorrow will be an e-learning assignment, probably some reading, and then ask some questions, followed by the same thing on Wednesday. Once again, just to remind you, school last day of school for students is May 13th. Last day for teachers is May 27th. All e-learning assignments need to be turned in on the 20th. Okay, grades will be calculated then. Please get in all your work. As I said before, we're waiting to hear from the Department of Education on the determining factor of how grades are going to be calculated. There will be no final, so you cannot rely on a final to get you through. You need to turn in these assignments. You need to do your testing, quiz, and assessments. Those count for 70% of your grade. With that being said, I hope you all log on, watch the video, be safe. God bless. Have any questions or concerns, you can always email me. I'll return your email as quick as I can, and hopefully we can get through this together. I'm proud of the work you guys have been doing thus far. Those who have been really diligent and faithful, those who have been slacking a little bit, you need to get on the ball in these last 2.5 weeks because it could make or break you. Talk to you soon. Bye bye.